West Ham United take the trip to Turf Moor on Saturday to take on Burnley. Two sides fighting for their lives in the relegation zone. Who will triumph in the relegation six-pointer? Will it be a draw? Who knows? We will find out on Saturday. We're here to discuss the game and everything alongside it. Gary is with me. How are you, mate?
Good about you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. All things considered, I am all okay. And we have we couldn't talk about Burnley without the man, the myth, the legend, Dan from Turf Moorhouse TV is with us. Dan, how are you, my friend?
Riding the wave, mate. It's nearly over.
Oh dear, I've always
I'm still smiling though. That's the main thing. I smile through it.
Yeah.
One day
Always,
the switch will I'll just go on a tangent. But right now I'm still smiling.
But to be fair, whenever we talk, you're always so miserable because you're either already relegated or you're about to be relegated. But next year when we speak, it could be different because we both could be at the top of the table. So
yeah,
we could
battling
both
it out
be
for
happy.
the top two.
Exactly. Who knows? Dan, give us a overview of what has happened at Turf Moor this season, apart from a lot of losses. Go a bit deeper than that. How is it all unfolded?
I'll start with last season, to be honest, because as much as we achieved quite, some success, 100 points, but still finished second, a lot of teams, media outlets and everybody saying Burnley's defensive record is second to none. That will stand them very good in the Premier League. And all of a sudden, we decided in the summer to start changing it up a little bit with the tactics. Now, Fulham fans and Bournemouth fans said, yes, he did this there as well. And then all of a sudden, the talent of these players that he brought in, it's just, the zappers from Ghostbusters. It's like he just does that with talent. And he just throws it around in the air, just sucks it out of them all. It's
an interesting analogy.
Well, I didn't know how else to put it, but when you think about it, he literally zaps the talent out of them all. I don't understand how you can play with a back five and defensively and still ship 3 goals.
You told the wrong people there.
You are talking to the wrong people there.
But it's just one of those things where I think he's tried to live on that situation of last season of trying to be defensively solid, and it's not worked in his favour one single bit. I thought we started the season pretty well. We started to, we were a minute away from taking points off Man United and Liverpool at the turf. And then all of a sudden, just the confidence in the players, everything. Like I said, all the talent from that bulk of players we brought in just was zapped, went. And you see it now, just the confidence just isn't there. We're hoping and praying on a miracle. And that miracle is never coming.
It's interesting. Gary, we looked on from afar last season, and Dan will correct me if I'm wrong. There was some stat where they didn't concede more than 1 goal all season. There was a massive stretch of games where, Burnley were very good, and that conversation once again reappeared about what's the gap like between the Premier League and the Championship. So there were increased expectations from Burnley this season. They haven't lived up to it. What have you made of the Clarets, Gary?
I think they lost the keeper, didn't they? Trafford went, didn't he? Quite early on.
Yeah.
I don't know how important he was last season, but I imagine he was quite important for Burnley. And when I hear Scott Parker talk, I'll be honest with you, I think it was a load of rubbish. I hear all the match of the day and I think, what are you rabbiting on about? Just,
Got somebody stood there like this, basically with words written like a little video printer on their phone telling him what to say. Either that or someone's got their hand up his arse making his mouth move, because it's always the same shit that comes out.
Yeah, I know. I just watch it and think, what are you talking about? I really do. I see that same for Lopetegui and Potter at West Ham. When players get bored of managers, and you can see the Burnley squad sat there thinking, what are you talking about, Scott? And they need someone a bit, I don't know, just someone a bit more direct, a bit more passionate. I'm sure he's passionate his own way, but he always sees his demure on the sideline with his hands in his pockets. And it just seems, I don't know, he doesn't seem very motivational for me. It was just strange because as a player, it was brilliant.
Yeah, well, that was what I was going to knock into because he was a very good midfield player for West Ham, a sort of old school kind of midfielder, and obviously, Rooney and Gerrard, etc., have proved the point that all good footballers can't become good managers, but I expected a little bit better from him. But it seems like everywhere he's gone, Dan, whether it's and you mentioned Bournemouth and wherever else he's gone, it started off okay and it's just gone downhill very quickly. And it's almost like, I mean, you've known what's coming all season and it's going to come soon, but it's just putting you out of your misery, really.
Yeah, I'd put him in the same category as Neil Warnock, where come, 20, 30 years' time, he's been given a title for his services to the EFL because he's managed every other 23 clubs down there. But he'll be one of them managers that literally, like Richard said in the chat, a championship level manager, which is exactly what he is. He'll get you up, but he won't keep you up. That's the issue there. I see. I don't know. It's his tone of voice, like you say, and like Gary said that. When he's talking, it's like I can see the passion in you boys. I can see this. It's like I don't want that. I want something like Yul Brynner in Cool Runnings. I see pride. I see power. I see a badass mother, and just proper go on a tangent. But no, we're not getting any of that. You need to be. You can't just be all Mr. Nice Guy on the outside, but also Mr. Nice Guy in the dressing room. You need to be a bit tough mentally. Shout, scream, F and Jeff, and do what you can to try and drum it in. But the only person I've heard, because at the moment we're getting all this with today's football out, we're getting cameras in the dressing room and what's being said, etc. And I watched one the other day, and Kyle Walker is literally talking over Scott Parker to try and get them to. To get the team rallied. I think that was for the game against Spurs. So, yeah, I just wish that we had a little bit more nous about us. And I don't just blame Scott Parker. I blame the players as well. These are players that are, being paid the big bucks. If they can't read a game, then, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes the players in games should look at what's in front of them thinking, oh, we're getting overrun on the left. Right, so maybe I should stop doing what Scott Parker's told me and maybe try and do it this way. I think sometimes you also have to have that as a player yourself to read the game.
You need the players to sort of engage their brain to it as well.
Yeah, instead of just staying straight true to the manager. Because as soon as you do that, that's it. It's all, it's all on the manager. It's all on the gaffer. And I don't know. It's too little too late for change, I think.
Who's been your player of the season so far?
The mascot.
Yeah, Bertie B, because he's now got a sister called Bella.
All right.
I wouldn't know. There's little glimpses from certain individuals every different game week, and who I would give it to on the slide, Josh Laron. He gets quite a bit of flack, but he's been asked as a central defensive midfielder to play at the back at times, and he's been quite, apart from a few early mistakes, I think he's grown as the season's got better. Josh Cullen would have been up there, obviously, apart from his injury that ruled him out for the season. But yeah, like I say, even Maxime Esteve has gone absolutely dross. It's just poison. Nobody wants to be there at the minute. People aren't just asking for Parker out; they're asking for the board out, and that's how bad it's getting because the board aren't doing anything about it.
Yeah, well, it all sounds a little bit too close to home, Gary, to be honest, doesn't it? But
it does.
Let's lift the mood, Gary. And do you know what time it is, mate?
Well, not your joke time, is it?
Right, so Dan, it'd be rude if I didn't introduce you to the West Ham unofficial encyclopedia of jokes, right? And I've got a few up my jumper today, right? So the first one, Dan, I'll give you the honour of being able to reply to it. What does garlic do when it gets hot?
What does garlic do when it gets hot?
Yeah.
Go on. You have to tell me.
Gary?
Jake, I'll give it up trying to get your crappy jokes.
So what does garlic do when it gets hot? It takes its clothes off. It's good, See, I got a laugh. There you go. You can come back.
I think Dan was more disappointed in it than anything else.
It's a good job my toes are curled up off camera.
I thought that was one of the best. I thought it was one of the best.
It wasn't a bad one.
There we go, and it all goes downhill from there. See, Gary, you've got too high expectations. I'm not like flipping Jimmy Carr. Like,
I
yeah,
watched Saturday night. Live the Apollo too much. That's my trouble.
exactly. Yeah. Right. Good evening to everyone. Colin, hope you are well. Mark's got in early with a 3-1 West Ham. Oh, there we go. I like how that's a positive prediction, but still no clean sheet predicted, which is mildly amusing. Trudge, hope you well. Thanks for joining us. Scott Parker was a fighter, so surprised he can't get more out of your players. And yeah, that's sort of how we've all been, how we've all looked on from it. And with the sort of gap between the Premier League and the Championship, have you been surprised how good Sunderland have been? Or do you think that's just because they've bought better or better manager? Where do you think, I mean, that difference this season, where there wouldn't have been much in it last season, and the difference this season is massive, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they wanted it as well, haven't they, for a while?
Yeah, it's a home record. They haven't lost at home, have they?
Exactly.
That's the difference. That's the difference. We've lost 8 at home.
How have we lost 8 at home? To be fair, that probably gives you a run for your money, Dan. Have you lost more than 8 at home, do you reckon?
I can't remember last win. That's how bad it is. We've not won a game in 15. So it's
Rock up West Ham.
I think we've actually matched our worst record.
Dr. West Ham is in the house.
Andy, I hope you are. Thanks for joining us. Maybe he just isn't a good leader in terms of Parker.
Yeah.
We went down with him, even though he was superb. Indeed, there we go. Barry, hope you well. If Burnley lose, they're down. If we lose, the bottom 3 are down. Indeed. Obsidian Curse, good evening to you. Absolutely. And Cornet, Maxwell Cornet, did we ever give him back to you? Because we saw him for about 3 games and never again. Like, honestly, you came on, I'll never forget it. You came on here and you waxed lyrical about the geezer, and he had about 15 good minutes in about 3 years. So
the one thing I will say, Jake, in my defence, is that obviously when he was at Burnley, was the only player that actually occupied a pocket of space, because everybody else was so used to the ball going from keeper to striker, not having to even touch the midfield. You know, it was just nice to see somebody with a bit of flair.
Well, yeah, there you go. There you go. Let's talk about West Ham, shall we? Dan, from the outside looking in, have you been shocked at how bad West Ham have been this season?
Yeah, I thought you'd have a lot more about you this year, especially with the teams that came up. I thought you'd put a bit more of a stronger fight in. But I've got to say, I think Nuno's obviously, he needs to be given the chance to try and turn this around, even if what happens in regards to the table at the end of the season. He's not a bad manager. You know, I think you can see that his record at different clubs has been spoken for itself. Yes, he can play quite defensive, but sometimes it's not the most easiest to watch. But I think people seem to forget, since all this Pep style football is, let's not forget football is a results business. And if it means we have to win ugly, then we have to do it. That said, you absolutely battered Sunderland and just, made them look a fool by being fast, quick on the front foot. You've got all the makings of a great team. Especially being in and around that middle of the pack. So there's always going to be 3 bad teams in a season, and unfortunately, it's just a case that the 2 of us are chatting now out of the 3.
It is. Gary, look, last week was a blow. I was stood on the terrace of the Shed End on Saturday evening, and I thought, right, we are really beginning to pick up some momentum here after winning at Spurs, beating Sunderland, being 2-0 up at half-time away at Chelsea. We should have been a little bit more cautious. I don't mean Nuno, he was very cautious with his second half substitutions, but that last week feels significant, and it's how we respond to it, which probably defines and decides where the rest of the season goes, mate, doesn't it?
It does. The trouble is, we concede the same goal every single week, which is a cross and a header, which you scored. Burnley scored one of those at the London Stadium. Their first goal was a cross and a header. So we just can't. We know we're going to let in 1, maybe 2. So we've got to score 2 or 3 every week, which we can do, but it puts a lot of pressure on the front guys, which I worry about. I think we've I don't know. Saturday I'm a bit nervous about, because I didn't see us losing 3-0 at Wolves, to be honest with you. So if we start play like that, we'll get hammered. But we should have enough to beat Burnley. But it depends on Nuno's tactics as well. So second half, when he takes us forward and puts on Kilman again.
Yeah, exactly. That was that was the beginning of the end on Saturday, and it was there for all to see. We were moving within 2 points of Forest, who were sat there, and Forest and Leeds. Well, I mean, all of the teams down there were probably had their heads in their hands at 2-0 at half time, and it all unravelled in the second half. And I think that's effectively what our season has been. There's been good moments, and it's been massively overshadowed by bad moments, which came and dominated the result in the end in the second half. I don't know how this is going to go. I'll be honest. I mean, Gary, what you said about us conceding the same goal, it does my head in. Where honestly, Dan, if you're on the phone to Scott Parker, which it sounds like you are on a daily basis, tell him to just put a striker in the middle, because somehow magically he'll end up in 5 yards of space with each centre back looking around going, "Oh, I thought you were marking him. No, you were marking him." And they end up every week in 5 yards of space. We could collectively do a better job defensively than we're doing at the moment. So it does feel like, Dan, it's two crap teams, but who's going to be the less crap out of two? And it could
Let's
be a
not
painful
forget,
watch.
Jake. Let's not forget, we threw every attacking option we had, even on the bench against Sunderland, and we did not register a shot on target. We get to the final third, and our arse falls out. That song, this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the Irish Sea. Yeah, I changed it to this way, that way, backwards, because that's how we go. It never goes forward. Final third and back again. That's it. I've had enough of this absolute crap football. And now he's coming out and doing similar again in his press conferences. Oh, well, we know what January window's like. It's really difficult. We should have done better in the summer. I'm sorry. I will say one thing, and I literally do not care whether the club see this or not with being on the fan advisory board. But I've said Alan Pace is making some very wrong decisions. I think he wants that power. That was part of the reason why I think he sacked Dash. Dash was that dying breed of manager who was trying to help build the training ground, get an academy status. These managers that basically did everything, but there's that many staff members for this, that, and the other now that them upstairs want to start taking a bit of control for themselves. And I think it just doesn't help the manager at all, because as soon as it goes wrong, yes, the blame is on the manager. So I get where our fans are coming from, that the board have a part to play. But penultimately, it lies in what tactics are being taught, what instructions are being told. And like I say, when we get to final third, mate, your defenders might not know what to do, but they could sit there and have a brew or whatever.
Oh, you've not seen Max Kilman play football for a while. well, I mean, to be fair, you might have done if you were watching on Saturday, but it is pretty dreadful.
That
Gary,
game on Saturday, mate, was the only time I actually celebrated anything this year, I think, so far. So,
right, yeah.
Do you think Scott Parker can be sacked regardless? Or do you think
no.
Huh?
Do you think
no, he's Alan Pace's new little toy. He was madly in love with Vincent Kompany, was absolutely devastated, heartbroken, and literally went onto Tinder and found a new one. And it's not worked out. It's not worked out. It could have been grander, because we need to start grinding out results.
Very good. Very good. Right. Are you ready for another one of my jokes?
No.
Yes, you are. Right, Gary, this one's for you. Let me just calibrate, because this is coming all from my brain. I mean, they're all from my brain, but I need to just work out comedy.
They're not from your brain. They're not.
They are. This one actually is dead
I've
serious.
Funnier stuff off the bottom of my shoe.
Yeah, I've got to find a strawberry at my house just to get the strawberries blowing past.
Honestly. Right, so Gary, have you heard about the rumour about the butter?
No.
I won't tell you because it's been spreading quite a lot.
I knew that were coming. I knew that one.
Top notch. See, you do not get this anywhere else on West Ham.
I tell you what, Jake, I couldn't believe it were butter. Could you?
You what?
You won't get it. Won't get it.
I do. What we're going to do, Jake, is put you on a stand-up open mic session so you get on.
I'll smash it. Honestly, I'll smash it. Anyway,
Me,
back to
Gary,
more
and a few others at the back of the room just boo.
Yeah,
moving on to more pressing matters. Gary, I spoke with Sam on deadline day, and we were discussing what we're going to do on Saturday regarding centre back. So we've signed Axel Disasi, who hasn't played football properly in
yeah,
about
exactly.
15 years for
Exactly.
Chelsea, basically. So we can't expect him to be overly fit. Kilman is a liability. I suggested putting Souček back at centre back and then putting Potts into midfield. I think that's a better option than Kilman. Or there's Magassa, who has played
Yeah.
centre back in the past as well. What would you do if you were Nuno on Saturday at the back?
I'd probably start off with Disasi, see how fit he is, see how much
Yeah.
how much running he's got to do. Give him an hour, and drop my gas back in after that. I think Kilman, his confidence is completely gone, Jake, isn't it? He doesn't want to be playing football. He's completely shot to pieces, and he needs to be taken out of the team and just rested for a month and go to a spa and whatever they do. These psychotherapists, all these people sit him down and say, "You can play football," and getting better because at the moment he's hopeless.
Trick him into saying you can trap a ball, you can tackle, you can pass a ball 5 yards in a straight line.
I feel sorry for him because were you at the London Stadium against Sunderland team when he got booed when he came on?
He did get booed, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, I felt really sorry for him. I thought, Jesus, we're winning 3-1 and booing lad as he comes on.
He got booed at Wolves as well, and I mean, I didn't boo him at Wolves, but I understood what people do because he literally couldn't pass a ball. Like every ball he plays, you watch. If he plays a ball across to Mavropanos, it'll be behind him or it'll be in front of him. Like he can never pass a 5-yard ball like straight to a player. Like whatever he does, it just goes wrong. And honestly, whoever convinced us that he's worth 40 million, then I want to sign you up to something to do with the channel because you're going to make it a lot better. If you can convince somebody that Max Kilman is worth 40 million quid, then we're getting you on board because he's not worth 40 quid and a bag of pork scratchings at the moment, to be honest. But that could all change. Right, let's get through the inevitable. Where is it? Are you going on Saturday, Dan? After Jake buys you a beer, we could have knew that was coming. That's already been discussed. And Gary, what's the odds? Gary, what's the odds of me buying Dan a beer on Saturday?
Dan, do you have a happy hour at Turf Moor? Is it like a cheap hour? Because Jake will buy you
I can't believe you put happy and Turf Moor in the same sentence. I'm more shocked at that, Gary, to be honest.
What I'm saying is there somewhere with a cheaper pint? Like, how much are we talking, Dan, out there for a pint? How much are we talking?
I don't know. I think the most expensive pint up here is about £4.
Oh, Jake, you're laughing.
I'm in luck. Right, so just to remind everybody, because Gary likes this, so what I've managed to do is this is a pint that Gary drank, which I actually paid for, and look at his smiling face there. He's still smiling now about it. But look at the gleaming smile. Gary, how did it feel knowing that was free?
I've still got the rest of that pint in the kitchen on the side. When he drank.
If you like, here's Nigel with his free pint. I bought Mike a bottle of Coke once. There's the bottle of Coke that I bought him. And I also, Mike's a lucky boy, I bought him a grab bag of crisps and a Mars bar duo. So not the small one, but a big one, right? That's about £4 in fleet services, that was. So my money tightness. I mean, the wallet's here. There's nothing in it, but there's absolutely nothing in it.
What are you saying on haircuts, mate? You can spend on beer.
My haircut is on Friday. Okay, my haircut is on Friday for the 15th time.
You going after the Claudia Wiggleman again, are
you? Yeah, that wasn't funny the first time, Gary. Still not funny now. Right, let's go on to some predictions, shall we? So we've established how bad this football game is going to be. We're established it's probably going to be last on Match of the Day. Although it might not be last on Match of the Day because we can't keep a clean sheet. We haven't done in 15 games, or it's more than that, I think. Years. Or actually, no. Right, this is the irony of it. This is the irony. The last time we kept a clean sheet was actually against Nuno Espirito Santo when he was manager of Nottingham Forest back in August, and we beat him 3-0, and we beat Nuno 3-0. So we haven't had a clean sheet since August. So there will be a goal scored by Burnley. Do you keep clean sheets very often, Dan? I'm guessing not.
At home, yeah.
Do you?
Oh no, I thought I thought I was still talking football. It's just I thought you meant like literally.
Oh,
No, done the
very
washing.
funny.
All's good. Oh, trust me. We clean sheets. Yeah, my ass. What's a clean sheet?
Right, go on then, Dan. A prediction.
Fucking 1-0 Kilman, probably.
No chance.
He will not
Own
score.
goal,
What?
maybe.
Kilman own goal. Yeah.
Do you know what? It's one of those games that, from our perspective and your perspective, it's hyped up as a must-win for both teams. Cancel each other out, 0-0, board draw, and it's no good for either of us.
Yeah, it would pretty much send us both down. See, if you notice the common denominator with all of these predictions here: 2-1, 2-1, 3-2, 1-1. Not a clean sheet predicted in the house. Everybody is very much aware of what is going to happen. There's a lot of Kilman action going on. Kilman own goal, 2-1 Kilman. He will get booed, unfortunately, if he does. If he starts and it's a little bit ropey, then there will be probably boos. 2-2. From Andy Desmond there. So right, Mike's on his 15th holiday of the year, still in Lanzarote, Gary. So I can't nick his prediction. So let's have your prediction, Gary, and I'll try and
3-1.
2-1. 2-1.
3-1.
See, I got it bang on. Oh, 3. Oh, damn it! I thought I had it then. So you've gone 3-1. I'll go 2-1.
3-0 up at half time. We've been superb first half last few weeks. And the second half has been rubbish. So
yeah.
We've always seemed to be better in games in the second half as well.
Okay.
It's just right on the wall, and it's going to happen again. Like, Sunderland nearly came back. Chelsea came back. So since November, we've been in commanding positions in 6 games, and we threw every single one of them away. Right.
Yep.
2-0 up against Bournemouth away. 2-0 up against Chelsea. Leading with 2 minutes to go at Brighton. Leading twice against Nottingham Forest, and we threw it all away. So we all know what's going to happen. But I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna go 2-1 West Ham. I'm just going to hope for a miracle. What you will see, Dan, is you will see on the 15th minute a plethora of red cards. There's one there. They're not directed at Max Kilman, although people probably would if they could. Directed at the board. So maybe if you guys don't like your board as well, you could all sort of get involved with like putting a red card.
Trust me, I'm up for that. I'm up for that.
I'm not looking. Our board use this. It makes a profit in the winter transfer window. Unbelievable.
I know. So we're very much nearly relegated, and our board decided let's make a profit in this window. That's good, isn't it? Let's rebalance the squad by letting 9 go and bringing 3 in. Top notch. Yep. 4 in.
To be fair, I didn't really think about the outgoings. Obviously, as Burnley fans, we've been looking at the fact that you've spent 50 million or whatever, and we're like, all right, and what are we doing? In fact, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll load one of their players that's still top of the stats but doesn't get game time. And yet, hold on, we have a chance to play him against Sunderland. And then Parker goes, no, sorry, he's only had 2 training sessions.
Yeah.
He's been training all in season at a different club. Just because he's wearing a different shade of claret and blue, purple potion and tropical breeze, or whatever you want to call it, right? I'm not having it. It's bollocks. I'm fed up of it. I'm fed up of this man. He can. Do you know what? I've said it before. If he was sat outside the pub with his box, with his CV, P45 or whatever, and he were crying, I'd get him a pint. In fact, he'd probably say, no, don't worry about it. I'll get you a pint. I'll get the first 4 in. And he'd be such a genuine bloke, so down to earth. And I would sit and have a pint with him. And inside, I'd be laughing. But I just, as a football manager, just no.
The one thing that definitely will happen with Ward-Prowse, he'll score a free kick for you at the end of the season.
Before the end of the season, yeah, because he's won off Beckham's record. Yeah. He's been at West Ham for 2.5 years, and he hasn't scored a free kick.
So he'll bang on for you.
Luckily, he's there on loan. It would have been the most West Ham thing ever if we just gave him to you, because Nuno hates him. We just gave him to you. We started on Saturday and scored a free kick.
Do you guys rate him though? Because he were quite high up on stats wise, weren't he? But before Nuno came in,
he's got no pace. That's his trouble.
He's fit right in at Burnley then.
No, he's really.
He does. Yeah, he does a mediocre job. I mean, you need something better around him. He's very mediocre. He won't be the worst player. He's a sort of, Gary, would you agree? That's sort of like 6 out of 10 every week. It doesn't really get much better or worse than that.
Yeah, you're right, Jake. He needs legs around him. If he's got legs around him, he'll be okay. But if he hasn't, he'll really, really stand out,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, I don't know whether Ward-Prowse cancelled Nuno's hair transplant or whether he did something, but he absolutely hates him, right? So Nuno despises Ward-Prowse, so he's been training separately from the side all season. There's something that he's done, whether he's got with his daughter or I don't know what's happened, but Ward-Prowse is not in the good books of Nuno. At the first opportunity,
I heard,
he was.
Jake. I heard
Did
that
you?
you borrowed your,
What did
you
you
borrowed
hear?
your you borrowed your joke book, took it into the stadium, and that's it.
And that was it. Well, talking of my joke book, are you ready?
Here we go.
And I've lost my page. No, I got it back. That's right. I got it back. Right. Have you heard about the restaurant on the moon?
No.
It was out
It's
of
got
this
great.
world.
No, but that's good. It's got great. It's got great food, but unfortunately, it's got no atmosphere. Very good.
Yeah, exactly. You have no words, do you? Terrible.
Oh, they're brilliant, honestly.
They really are.
And do you wonder why Gary's hairline's receding for the last year? He's had to listen to these jokes once a week. So
Yeah, it's not receding, actually. I'll have you know.
is it not? Okay.
That's
Jake,
great.
you were 10 when I got talking to you. Now it's all gone.
I thought there's a reason why you wear a hat on every show that you do.
That's because I don't want to look like sit on here looking like a Milky Bar Easter egg.
Here you go, Claudia.
Oh, here we go. See, you've already said that joke. It wasn't funny the first time.
It is. You do like Claudia. Just dye your hair black, and that's it. You're done.
An anorexic Camilla.
My hair is getting cut on Friday, and it will be ready for Saturday. So brilliant. I'm looking forward to this cricket club based consumption. I've never been to Turf Moor before, so I've heard good things about a cricket club. Dan, am I going to be pleased?
Yeah, no, it's not too bad. It's actually pretty decent in there. I don't mind it. I'm hoping they'll let me in, just because it is meant to be a mix of home fans and away fans.
Oh, right.
But the usual it's not too bad. It's just since the club have swapped the away end round.
I was going to say it's on the other side of the stand now, isn't it?
Yeah, they've swapped it round. So now I don't know whether they kick home fans out after a certain time or not.
Oh, right. Gary, has somebody scored in the football? Is that why you reacted?
It's 3-up after half an hour. 3-0.
3-0 up on the night or on aggregate?
Yeah, on the night.
On the night, so it's 5.
Yeah.
Is it 5-0 on aggregate?
5-0, yeah.
So it's Man City versus Arsenal at Wembley, which is about 100 yards that way. So on the 22nd of March, trying to get my Man City shirt out, up the City boys, for the Carabao Cup final, because Arsenal are going to win at least one, but we need to stop them winning any more.
Tell me that were another joke, Jake.
Oh dear. Right, I think we will leave it there. For any of you that are at a loss tomorrow evening, if I can find the time, I'll be appearing on Dan's preview tomorrow. So Dan, give yourself a little plug for the 36 people watching this. What do you do? How do you do it? Where can they find you?
Yeah, just search Turf Moorhouse on social media platforms. Slowly growing, slowly getting back into it, and looking forward to chatting all things Burnley West Ham. So yeah, see you guys over there.
There we go. I will be there. Is it 8 o'clock tomorrow? Did you say?
Yeah. Write it down in your joke book.
I'll write it down in my diary. Yeah. My joke book. And to be fair, I mean, somebody bought me this joke book. I'm not going to reveal who it was, but Gary, somebody bought me this, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and it will slowly be uncovered in the weeks to come who it was. It's somebody who comes on here. Somebody bought it for me, right? And they've sat silently. No, I'm not going to reveal who it was. And they've sat silently and they've not laughed at my jokes, but yet they were the reason why I've been saying these jokes because they bought it for me. So that's all going to be revealed in the next few weeks. The plot thickens.
Handed down as a shit gift.
Yeah. Is it a child's joke book? Jokes for under 16s?
It's not. It's not. No, it's not. Awfully good gags all year round is what it says on the front of it.
Oh dear.
I mean,
it says that on our season review DVD as well.
Exactly.
Well, thank you very much, everybody, for getting involved in the chat, especially you, Barry, who has come with such optimism. Jake got his jokes out of the Aldi Christmas crackers. I'm a bit better at that. They're from the Lidl ones. I'm a bit better than Aldi. So I'm going to go and I'm going to watch the remaining Carabao Cup with my M&M's crispy party bag of M&M's. The question is, so you're now wondering how I'm going to segue this back to football. Will West Ham be having a party on Saturday at Turf Moor? I highly doubt it, to be honest, but it is crucial that we pick up 3 points to close the gap to the teams just above that red dotted line. Gary and Dan, thank you very much indeed for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Enjoy the game, but
Indeed. Normal matchday content coming to you on Saturday. There'll be a road trip at a godly awful time of the morning. God knows what time we are. Setting off. There'll be a road trip vlog, shorts, all that jazz. We're coming to you right here on West Ham Unofficial. But from me and Gary, and Dan can do it as well. Sod it. Come on, you irons. Go on, Dan. Go on, Dan. Come on, you irons. And we will see you soon right here on West Ham Unofficial. Thank you very much. And bye-bye. Cheers, gents. Thank you very much.